Hey guys, this is ChurchofCaboose, and I'm bringing y'all an informational weapon review video and some gameplay on the new Raid Exotic SMG Tarrabah. I got this sucker very recently, just last night as I am recording this video, and I was pretty stoked about it when I got finished the phase 2 and beat the boss, and I saw two little engrams starting to spin around that right side of my screen. It's like, oh, and then when it dropped, it's like, oh my god, there it is! And so here is the Tarrabah. I have on the Voracious ornament because it was available for sale for Bright Dust. So I bought that son of a gun, but here's what it looks like without it. It's pretty cool. It looks kind of like a Iron Wolf type thingy in my opinion, but hey, that's just me. So the perks are Ravenous Beast. This is what makes the Tarrabah. This weapon stores power when dealing or receiving damage. Once full, hold reload to unleash the beast. Then it's got extended barrel, armor-piercing rounds, bottomless appetite, which when you deal damage during the Ravenous Beast, it continues how long it lasts. If you deal no damage, it will go away after a couple of seconds, but this extends the bottomless beast proc, I guess. You got a hand lace stock, which just makes more stability. So this thing's been pretty cool. I enjoy it quite a lot. We're going to try it out here real quick and some gameplay on a horde mode type thing and some escalation protocol. Because of how this weapon works, it is best used in an area where you got lots and lots of ads. That way you can just get that Ravenous Beast going and just mow through them like a hot knife through butter. And this thing's pretty strong at that. This is also a fantastic option for those that are maybe more PvE oriented and either don't have the group or maybe the desire to go into comp and try to earn the Recluse. So this is a great alternative to have over the Recluse because I don't think this would be very strong in PvP. It takes a couple of kills at least in Crucible for it to activate the perk Ravenous Beast, and if you're not very strong at Crucible, you might have a hard time consistently getting a couple of final blows with this SMG and the Crucible, and so you might not be able to actually use that perk very often. But when you do, it is pretty outstanding. It's just, in my opinion, not quite as useful in PvP. So if you're more of a PvE guy or just want to catch them all, this is a fantastic thing. Or if you perhaps have weapons, like I like using the Mountaintop for boss damage, and Wendigo is pretty fun, and so I don't really have an awesome exotic in my energy slot most of the time, unless I'm working on something specific. And so this is just kind of a fun one to slap on in there if you want to have legendaries in your other spot. But anyways, let's go ahead and try this sucker out. If you're wondering how you get it, all you have to do is you beat the Crown of Sorrow raid, and you have a chance of it dropping. I decided to use a Fire Team medallion when I got to phase 2, just to see if it would increase my odds, and then I got Tarrabah. Is it a coincidence? Probably. But it probably helped at least just a little bit anyways to have that Fire Team medallion, because it does increase your odds of getting better loot in exotics. And if you're wondering what a Fire Team medallion is, they look like this right here. They increase your gains, experience, and loot for you and your fire team or your match. So if you're not all grouped up, but you're doing a 6-player event, they all benefit from it. From doing a lot of different events in Destiny, and that's why you can buy them from Bright Dust at Eververse, and hopefully you guys have enough. And if you don't, you can probably break down a bunch of your ornaments that you get from these various season of the Drifter, yada yada yada, engrams, because they usually drop things you can dismantle for Bright Dust. So that's how you can get one of those, and let's try this sucker out in Escalation Protocol. Looks like we got one going right now, maybe. Nope. Alright, fantastic. Makes it easier for me because I get to start on round 1 with all them lovely thrall that are going to come running. So I'm going to start it right here. And it's pretty cool. You'll see the gun glow up on the side as I get kills. You don't have to reload for the energy to see how it's starting to light up just a little bit. Alright, so it does seem the way the event you're on increases how fast it procs. Here we go. Here's the Ravenous Beast. I'm going to group up some of these. Alright. Unleash hell! Woohoo! Look at that. It's still lasting too because of that. Oh, there we go. And it rained out. Alright, so when I was using this in Gambit Prime, it only took a couple of kills to proc the Ravenous Beast. And so it probably has a little bit to do with what event you're doing for how long it'll take to activate. Because this is taking longer to proc the Ravenous Beast perk than it was in Gambit Prime. But I was able to make that duration last a nifty amount of time. See if I can pull off another decent one. This guy running around in the interceptor might make it a bit more interesting. He's blowing up all the stuff I'm shooting at. Alright, there we go. There's a Ravenous Beast, but I'm going to save it for after we get the Shadow Rift down. This SMG is pretty fun. I don't know if you would use it as much for like a super serious, like I'm doing a flawless run of Last Wish or something. I mean, you could totally, but I'm not sure that I would maybe do that. But this is kind of a hoot and a half to use. Alright, let's try this out. Come on, you. And burn. Yeah, look at that. Rate of fire went through the roof, too. No, more ads. More ads. Oh, dang it, right now. So you see, it's not super long, but it also doesn't take very long to charge up. Is this like the strongest raid exotic they've done? No, 1,000 Voices feels way more like a, I guess, godly type weapon. As opposed, and so is Anarchy. I haven't gotten Anarchy, I just know it's really useful for things like the Phase 1 challenge for the Crown of Sorrows of getting those 5 shield breaks, and I think this does a lot of damage, and also apparently there's a lot of Galron damage as well. But I also really like how it glows and stuff to like let you know, hey, and this ornament gives you a little bull at the end of it, so it lights up. Oh boy, did not see that guy coming. Oh, let's try Ravenous Beast on the boss. I can do lots of damage for a long time. Let's see how long it can go. There we go, this is a good idea. Oh, look at that. Full guns of fire. It's still going. Alright, there it goes. So you probably get about 5 or 6 mags. I lost track a little bit if you're doing continuous damage. And it does, again, just seem to greatly rely upon what type of event you're doing. So in Crucible, it would appear to charge up faster than it does in like Escalation Protocol, or maybe this just falls under Patrol. Same with Gambit Prime, it charged up in like 3 or 4 kills. But this does pretty well in this Horde mode type thing. Again, quite a few of these Ravenous Beast charges. Alright, let's try it one more time at the start of this next one. And we'll end the video with that. Oh, look at that. This is a good one because we're getting a heroic event. Or I guess a public event. We have to turn heroic. And so I should have even more ads to try and destroy and show this thing off with a little bit. Hopefully you guys get a good idea if you want to try and do 3 clears every week. Do things like store up on Fireteam medallions. And if you're confident in your Fireteam's ability, the raid only takes like 1 or 2 hours depending upon how experienced everyone's at. So you could probably pop a Fireteam medallion right when you load in and just get maybe a little bit more useful loot for you the whole raid, as opposed to what I did, which was saving it for the boss fight because I had the checkpoint. And so why not? Let's just see if this works. Alright, let's try this on this heroic event. Show me the fans. Can I bust it by myself? Come on, come on. Bust. Oh, look at that. That's a pretty hard fan to bust during that little opening attempt. That's like the first like 5-10 seconds or so you get. For me at least. Oh, and I'm almost out of ammo. Hang on. I gotta find myself some ammo. I just incinerated that little dude. So you go through ammo through this thing pretty quick apparently. Hopefully I can find some. There we go. Alright, we're given what has happened. I'm not gonna... That's one way, I guess, to destroy those vents. Hang on, let's get some of these guys a little stunned here so I get a chance to get some health back. Alright, here we go. Working getting that charge up. Oh, if I haven't mentioned this yet, something I have noticed is when you switch weapons, you lose your charge. It's kind of like the 21 Beryllium, where if you steal it, you lose that killing tally. Well, it's the same thing with this. So if you have Ravenous Beast charged up, you either use it and then switch, or just decide you're not too worried about having that Ravenous Beast right when you want it, and then switch and then just get it back. Alright, let's see here. We got any? Let's try this. Ravenous Beast, ho! Hiya! Leroy Jenkins! Oh boy. Suppressing fire! Oh, there we go. Yeah, alright. Oh. Keep on rolling. Oh, there it is. It's over. Alright, I hope you guys appreciated this video. I really hope this gave you some insight into the Tarrabah. I have no idea how many people have been lucky enough to have this particular weapon drop for them. But if I had to guess, if it's like 1,000 voices early on, it's probably not a whole lot. So I hope this gave you some fun gameplay images. Maybe you're inspired to try and get this thing yourself and just grind it out. Maybe you'll get lucky and you'll get on your first raid clear. Maybe you'll be unlucky and not get it until your 200th raid clear. A guy was telling me that he met a dude who had over 200 last Switch clears and hadn't gotten the 1,000 voices yet. So hopefully that's not you with Tarrabah or any of the other raid exotics. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Please click a like, and if you like this, if you appreciated the video, and if you like to see more content on Destiny 2, I try to cover basically everything. Please feel free to click subscribe, so that way you are up to date with all the stuff I put out there. Thanks for watching, and happy grinding, y'all.